on that election night. All eyes will be on Pennsylvania. This is one of 7 battleground states seen as pivotal to the outcome of the election.
So tonight, KDKA is teaming up with our sister station, CBS News Philadelphia, to get the pulse of the voters.
We sent our Barry Pintar 145 miles right to the center of the state, Bellefonte, PA, to meet up with Dan Snyder from Philly. Dan driving 192 miles. They met there in the heart of the state to see how voters are feeling about this upcoming election.
Barry, Dan, good evening. What did undecided voters tell you about what matters to them in this election?
Yeah, that was what was so fascinating to Dan and I while we were here. We are right here in the heart of the center. We understand how important, Dan, Southwest Pennsylvania is. We understand how important your area is.
Sure.
We talked to Democrats, Republicans, wanted to talk to undecideds. We thought that was going to be tough. Did you find it difficult to find these people?
No, not at all. I was worried as we came into the day. Are we going to find these undecided voters? Turns out 2 of the first 3 people we talked to said, I'm totally undecided. I have no idea. And that's kind of big.
And so obviously we asked them post-verdict and all along, where are you with the upcoming election? So just to get this clear, you don't like Trump and you have no feelings for Biden? I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to know what you're thinking.
Correct. That's correct. I don't like Trump and I don't have any feelings for Biden.
So right now you're undecided.
Yes. Okay. I'm undecided.
JB, if neither of these candidates fit what you're looking for, what do you do come November? What are you really looking at?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, what you really do is, and what I personally do is, if I'm ever having an issue with something, is I outline the pros and cons of everything, and if I find more pros than cons with either a candidate or a situation, and unfortunately that's where I want to go, because I need to at least vote to voice my opinion, because it's one of those is don't complain if you didn't vote.
What do you think is going to do it for you when you go to decide who you want to be president, or will you even sit it out?
I'm not sure, it'll take the debates. This year, I'm just going to take everybody at face value, with the Trump and Biden election. I put faith in Trump being a businessman, with our, not necessarily a politician. So with our debt being so big, that's where my thought was. But again, we made progress, moved backwards, and now I'm going to take it at face value, listen to the debates, and if I can confidently vote for somebody, I will, but if not, I'm just going to, ride the waves and see how it goes.
Well, guys, as one of you goes west and the other goes east to head home, share with us what your takeaways are going to be.
Yep. Dan, go ahead.
I'll jump in here, Barry. I think it is on those undecided voters.
Yep.
How many people we heard from that said, I may just sit this one out. 2020 was the year of turnout. Ballooning turnout for both Trump and Biden. Now we've had a decent amount of people tell us, I might sit it out.
And you would think post-verdict that it would swing them one way or another. Agree with me, disagree. Undeniably, it did nothing to these undecided voters.
Nothing at all.
All right, Megan and Ken, back to you. That is the pulse here. No people stayed where they were. No big movement in terms of where they're going to go from here. So Pennsylvania remains an undecided purple state in a big way.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.